Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. Please, before the video begins, hit the subscribe button so you subscribe, the like button, and hit the bell so that you can receive notifications. Doing those three things always help me, and it just, it's good for me in the long run. So please do those three things before this video begins. For this video, we're going to be discussing hydration and consumption of water, which those two things are interchangeable, practically the same thing. I'm going to be going over exactly what benefits there are to drinking tons of water, why it's good for you, how it helps out your system, and of course, exactly how much water you should be drinking within a day compared to your body weight, and what is considered a healthy amount of water. For this video, I'm not going to be showing footage of me drinking water. Instead, I'm going to be showing footage of me boxing with an audio on top. So everyone knows what water is. And most people know that about 60% of the human body is actually made up of water. And in fact, the United States Geological Survey Agency agrees with us. And in a report that they put out, they found that according to H.H. Mitchell, that the brain and heart are composed of 73% of water, and the lungs are about 83%. The skin contains about 64% of water, and muscles and kidneys contain about 79%, and even our bones are watery at 31%. So water isn't just contained in one point of our body, it's spread out over, well, practically all of it. And each day, we need to consume a certain amount of water to survive. And this isn't just by drinking water. We can gain water by eating plants or by eating animals. Anything that has water in it, that's technically consuming water. And of course, the amount of water you need to consume varies according to age and gender, and also by where someone lives. So if you live a little bit closer to the equator, or whenever it's a little bit hotter, you might be needing to consume a little bit more water than everyone else. And water fulfills a number of essential functions to keep us going. It's a vital nutrient to the life of every cell and often acts first as a building material. It regulates our internal body temperature by sweating and respiration. The carbohydrates and proteins that our bodies use as energy that we receive from food are metabolized and transported by water in the bloodstream. Water assists us in flushing away waste, and it acts as a shock absorber for brain, spinal cord, and forms saliva and lubricates joints. So there's a lot of functions that water does for us and helps us with. And that number, 60% of our body being made up of water, that's not actually how we started out with. In fact, when we were born, we started out about 78% of water. But by 1 year, that amount drops about to 65%. It's mostly in adults where we see that 60% of their body is made up of water. However, there is some discrepancy with fat tissue. Fat tissue does not have as much water as lean tissue. So whenever fat makes up more of the body, people who have that condition, 55% of their body is actually made out of water. So we can see from this that babies and kids have more water than adults, and that people with more fatty tissue have less water than people with less fatty tissue as a percentage. We can attribute life on this earth almost entirely to water. Well, okay, maybe a few other chemicals and elements, including carbon. But the point of the matter is, without an ample liquid supply on Earth of water, we wouldn't really exist. The unique qualities and properties of water are what makes it so important and basic to life. The cells in our bodies are full of water. The excellent ability of water to dissolve so many substances allow ourselves to use valuable nutrients, minerals, and chemicals in biological process. Think of carbohydrates and proteins. The things that get broken down after we've consumed stuff. They're broken down or metabolized and transported by water in our bloodstream, thus traveling our nutrients throughout the body and giving our body energy. No less important is the ability of water to transport waste material out of our bodies. So once we're all done with all those materials, and once it's just waste, water then moves it out of our body so that we can become cleaner and healthier. But let's go back to that concept of how much water do you need to consume in a day to be healthy? Well, according to Harvard Medical School, they suggest that a healthy person needs to consume about 30 to 50 fluid ounces per day. Now, of course, this doesn't just mean that you have to drink fluids, you can also eat water-rich foods. But they mainly suggest this for older adults, since they state that older adults often don't get enough fluids and risk becoming dehydrated, especially during summer when it's hotter and people perspire more. In fact, Dr. Julian Shifter said that older people don't sense thirst as much as they did when they were younger. And that could be a problem if they're on a medication that may cause fluid loss. It continues on to say warning signs of dehydration include weakness, low blood pressure, dizziness, confusion, or urine that's dark in color. So there are several telling signs if you are dehydrated. But that 30 to 50 fluid ounces per day, that's for a healthy person. What about for an athlete? Well, according to True Sport, a good rule of thumb for athletes is to divide their body weight in half and drink at least an ounce per pound of body weight throughout a typical day. So someone weighing 160 pounds should drink 80 ounces of water a day. This amount should be adjusted for daily activity and outside temperature, because good hydration means getting the right amount of water before, during, and after exercise. If you're not hydrated, your body can't perform at its highest level. Now, there aren't many risks to drinking too much water, but one of them is overhydration. That's when there's too much water in your system and not enough sodium in the bloodstream, which can lead to some dangerous situations. But again, this is very rare and is very uncommon. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it's been helpful to you. Please, again, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you can receive notifications. Doing those three things, they always help me out. It's important for me to get this data, and it just, it will help me out in the long run. I hope you had a wonderful time watching this video. Hope, again, you have a wonderful day. And please, if you have any questions or if you like to comment, start a discussion with me, feel free to comment in the comment section down below, and see you in the next video.